beautiful people? This is your girl, Chris Blue Nola, in the building with another video. I hope all is well. So I'm here to do a temperature check, an energy check on Tory Lanez, his quest to have a new trial since being charged and convicted for the Meg Thee Stallion shooting, all right? It was technically the state versus Tory Lanez or Daystar Peterson, right? Tory Lanez's legal team filed their motion. It was like, I think, more than 81 pages, basically citing irregularities that were in the case. We talked about this on the podcast situation. And on the podcast, we talked about the tattoo that was submitted, a picture of the tattoo that was submitted. They felt that could have tainted the jury's opinion. Also, the 80-minute tape of Kelsey Nicole, they felt that that shouldn't have been entered. Something about they made threats to put Tory Lanez, other incidences of violence on display. They felt that shouldn't have been discussed. They also cited some irregularities as it relates to Tory Lanez's own lawyer. So that was a thing that was discussed. So what I want to do is really do like an energy check around whether or not he really has a chance for this appeal. Now, I know the prosecution team submitted their motion saying that they feel that everything was done correctly on their end and that Tory Lanez team failed to really outline any real issues, right? So they went to do the retrial motion. This was a couple of days ago. And from what I heard, and this is through Armand, and I love Armand, he said that technically they were there for 5 minutes. The Tory's lawyer seemed, in his opinion, very much so unorganized and not ready. All right. Other people were saying, well, yeah, that's great because they get a chance to go back and add some things into an 81-page motion. Like, what? Like, what? So Armand just said, in his opinion, his lawyer wasn't ready. Tory Lanez's lawyer seemed unready. When I look at Tory Lanez's lawyer, this guy Jose, right, and this is just my opinion, I feel like he's using this Tory Lanez trial to beef up his celebrity status as a lawyer. I feel like he's using this trial to promote his business. This is my personal opinion, because you're not ready for the retrial motion, the new trial motion, but you're taking, you're in $2,000 suit with a Red Bull, smiling at the cameras and doing interviews with newspaper, with actual, magazine people, So I'm like, if you have enough time to be smiling at the camera, drinking a Red Bull and giving interviews, you need to be making sure you're on top of this man's case. Because regardless of how I feel about Tory Lanez, he's not here to give you his money while you over here fooling around and fighting around. And then I heard that people were coming from all over the place, whether they were from Chicago, coming from Chicago or Atlanta, to look to be a part of this situation, and it was a complete waste of time. So my whole thing is like, don't waste this man's time or his money playing games. So let's go ahead and let me start with this. Does Tory Lanez, is his lawyer serious? Like, he won that Casey. I followed that Casey Anthony case years ago, y'all, right? He won that case technically, to me, through the skin of his teeth. He was a very inexperienced lawyer. And pretty much, he got his celebrity off of that one situation. Is this man really out here fighting for Tory Lanez? Give me the energy around Tory Lanez's new attorney. He's not even licensed to practice in California, y'all. So he had to get some type of condition in order for him to participate. Is this man really fighting for Tory Lanez's spirit? Maybe I'm reading him wrong. I just feel like he's looking to get some, clout off this situation. Is he really fighting for Daystar Peterson, this Jose lawyer? He has the 7 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the 5 of Cups. And like I said, and this is just in my energy, in my opinion, when you look at this man is looking at a come up. This man is looking at appearances. This man is looking at, now I'm not saying he's not going to be doing some work, but there's too much energy around being willy-nilly, right? The 7 of Pentacles is all about a person who's not prepared. Right? And also, too, he feels his chances to win this case, even though he's saying He's, he putting the umbrella up. He feels it's going to be hard to win this case. This is why he said this. And listen to what people say, guys. He said, I wish that he had hired me before this all went down. Even his Five of Pentacles, right? This talks about, to me, even in the Five of Pentacles, that could represent I'm accepting this, but I don't know if I'm going to really win this. And I'm not saying he should be going into say, I'm winning, because he does say that. But even when you look at his messages right here, I feel like this man is working, but not to his full potential. That's just what this is saying. He's working, but it's not to his full potential. Even in that High Priestess energy, that's a person who's got an agenda, right? That's a person who's got an agenda. Anytime Tory Lanez's dad was disappointed that they didn't get to go forward with this new trial, this retrial motion, that tells you a lot. It wasn't something that was planned. They said this man wasn't at court when he was supposed to be at court. Then he shows up and talks about he's not ready. And the thing about it is that the prosecutors didn't submit anything that was so tragic or so detrimental that he needed to change this. If you read what the prosecutor said, they just simply said, we don't agree with we read the 81-page motion, the 84-page motion. We don't agree with anything that's said in there. It was literally like one paragraph. And we are prepared to go to take this to trial, take this on, to court. That's all they said. Why did he need more time? Because they wrote that. This is not like they wrote something specific. They literally wrote just a straightforward statement and said, we don't agree with anything that Jose said. We're ready to take this to trial. Like what? Like, why did you need to make a change on that? So to me, if I were Tory Lanez's father, I would stay on his behind. I would stay on his behind and I would stay in his ass. Because to me, this man here, that Seven of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and that High Priestess, that means that person's not doing all they can do. Now, when he starts to really get in front of everybody, you'll be like, damn, he doing his thing. He doing his thing. But before that, he wasn't doing his thing. And even after that, you'll see him, out there in the wind. Even that Five of Cups talks about he's formed this alliance. But does he really feel he can really, really win? I don't know. This does not feel like a solid person to me, right? This feels like a person who, will show you better than they can tell you. He has the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands. When they go back to court again, this feels like they will finally get to the meat and potatoes of the situation, but Tory still feels in prison. So that Two of Pentacles is going into the situation, right? There will be difficulty, right? That Eight of Wands talks about he'll be able to present, give some understanding, but this Eight of Swords talks about he's still restricted. So this feels like there's still a restriction aspect to it. Now, there's a Two of Pentacles here. That Two of Pentacles could even represent if, them trying it a second time, right? So that's what that could represent. But all I'm saying is, in you look into this energy, this looks like they're going to go in there on the whatever date they decide. And they're going to proceed forward with this. But if you see the Eight of Swords, there's still an imprisonment aspect there. All right? That's what that talks about. Give me the energy around Tory Lanez. How is he feeling about all of this? Does he feel he has a good chance? And he has the King of Pentacles, along with the Magician, along with the Nine of Swords. He's concerned, right? This talks about, I'm paying this person money. Are they doing everything they can, right? Just imagine how Tory Lanez felt when he walked in that court and 5 minutes later he was going back to his cell, right? I'm concerned about the way things are being done. I need to make sure that this guy is doing all that he can. But I feel like Jose is telling him, well, we don't have so many shots to appeal this, so we don't want to just go in all willy-nilly. Dude, you had this for a minute. Even with the prosecution sent to you did not warrant you having to make a whole change to the situation. I'm telling you, they did not send you anything. They did not send anything that warranted you to reschedule this whole thing. So I can see him being concerned about his situation and about these lawyers doing the best that they can, right? How does Tory Lanez's dad really feel like about this whole thing? It was 5 minutes long. They came out of court. How did he feel? And he has Ten of Wands, right? He's still saying we're keeping the faith. I have the faith, right? We're still moving forward with the plan. Stress, tension. I'm sure this card of negotiation could represent I had a conversation with Tory, the lawyer, somebody after that, because I needed to make it make sense and make them help me understand. And from that Five of Pentacles, that talks about this is disgraceful, but we're going to keep moving forward and see what happens, right? That's what that represents. Give me the energy, spirit, overall. Tory Lanez case, he has 2 cards of imprisonment here already. Will he actually win his appeal for this that's coming up? He has the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Still some strings attached. Still being dominated by the system. 4 of Wands is a conflict aspect. The stuff that they're submitting, they remember what the prosecution said. You can't support that there was an error with that. Even though people feel like there's an error, it feels like it can be rejected. Rejected. The Hermit is rejection. So this is the end of the thing here for me. Listen, if they feel, and nothing is set in stone. Nothing is set in stone. If Tory Lanez wins his right to a new trial, hey, nothing's set in stone. This 3 of Cups is here, along with the 4 of Cups, along with the Queen of Swords, right? That's the person still keeping the faith. He has a group of people that's rallying behind him, guys. And even with that 4 of Cups energy, that talks about finding peace with it, right? Even though the legal system may be beating him down a little bit, there's still a person saying, I still have another opportunity to, try to appeal this if this one doesn't go through, right? That's what that represents. Bottom line is this man, Jose, do your job and get on your job. I'm not on Tory's side, but I'm on the side representing your client. And there is no reason why this new trial motion should have been rescheduled because you weren't ready. You weren't ready. Give me the energy around Megan Cunoff, reporter. Can she be trusted? Like, who died and made her like the Pied Piper for Tory Lanez? Give me the energy around Megan Cunoff, reporter. Among them says she got them kicked out of the court system. Yep, she did. She has Hierophant energy. So this is a person who has, again, there's a hidden agenda. Somebody doing something in secret. That person is trying to repress you. That person is trying to suppress you, right? This is what it talks about. But this is for somebody's own selfish ego. Ego bruise. They talked about how she posted a picture of Armand. People didn't like the energy around it. Then people started calling her names. This is about her shallowness, right? Confirm the energy around Megan Cunoff, reporter on the Tory Lanez trial. What's the energy around her as far as her being in court? Because I've been hearing like little reports about her kind of having her little bad little energy and mood. And that 6 of Wands is there with that 6 of Cups. This represents a person who's, she's giving the public information. This is what this talks about. And even in her 6 of Cups energy, that 6 of Cups energy is that this talks about a person who's moving the news around. A lot of people like her, but a lot of people don't trust her either. All right. But as far as what she did with Armand and a lady named, I've seen her channel before. She's on YouTube, Milagro Grams. Just know that Megan Cunoff, even though she said she didn't do anything to y'all, she has the 7 of Swords and then the Hierophant in here. And this is her. She's here in her Queen of Cups energy. She's the person that actually allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly because I heard she likes to strike channels. She's in her energy as someone who had an agenda to do it, right? Give me the energy. How does she feel about them? How does she feel about Armand and Milagro Grams? With somebody who can start off saying, especially with Armand, I don't see where she really had a real issue with Armand. That King of Wands is in here. I kind of liked his energy, right? That 6 of Swords really didn't have a problem with Armand. She has the Star card in her energy in the reverse. That quickly changed, right? After she got bashed in social media. How does she feel about Milagro Grams? How does she feel about Milagro grams? She don't like Milagro. Milagro is the Queen of Pentacles. She feels that Milagro is the one who's putting a lot of doubt and suspicion in people's heads. And she's a musician. She feels Milagro is a musician, right? So she doesn't trust what Milagro is doing and saying in the media. Give me the energy. If I had to say this, she trusts Armand over Milagro, but they'll still be able to attend the trial and put the news out. Listen, I'm not against anybody. You know, you have people who are siding with Tory and not, and they'll still be able to do their thing. But she does not trust Milagro. She thinks Milagro is destructive. She actually likes Armand, right? She didn't like the fact that that whole thing played out on Twitter, right? Anyway, I'm out of here, y'all. Take care. Stay blessed, encouraged, and empowered. Thank you so much. Peace and blessings. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And listen, anybody that's in a legal situation, I always feel like let the law deal with it. Let the legal system do its due process. I'm not here to be into nothing on social media about, you know, Tory or Meg. You know, of course, I did all the readings for Tory Lanez. I'm kind of removed from that situation now. I mean, and whatever, you know, again, nothing is set in stone. So if he gets an appeal and, you know, nothing is set in stone. If he is able to win an appeal, then that's what was right for him. And God said so. That's fine, you know. And then if he doesn't get his right to win an appeal, you know, and that's same energy, right? So I just want to make sure that people understand, like, at this point, I'm kind of like backing out of it, as far as not backing out of it, but like I was so passionate about it months ago, and I've kind of calmed down a lot, you know, and I just feel like let the justice system do its due process. But they did talk about, you know, when I heard Armand and them talking on that show, they did talk about how that, you know, you can see a lot of, you know, little underlying racism going on. The division is there, you know, so yeah. So keep everybody involved with this situation in your prayers, guys, and have a great day. Stay blessed, encouraged, and empowered. This is Blue Nola. Bye.